people will actually start listening and acting on the things you say. And if that's not a superpower, I don't know what is. If you really want to get into a fight with someone, start telling them what to do. Start criticizing them. Now, unfortunately, in the world of giving feedback, a lot of times that's how most of us take it. Stop telling me what to do. Why are you always criticizing me? Put the mirror on yourself. So, in this video, I want to give you some do's and don'ts of how to give effective feedback. And some of them are going to surprise you. By the way, my name is Yvonne. All I do is give practical advice on how to be a better communicator, whether it's one-on-one or in front of groups of people. So please like and follow the channel if you like this video. So when most of us give feedback, we try and be helpful by pointing out the things that we feel you could improve on. But here's the trap. You see, it ends up coming across as my opinion, which it is more often than not. So what happens? The person feels criticized, they put their wall up, and you get into a little argument. They defend their position, you try and explain yourself. And you know you are in this trap when this happens. You start saying the same things over and over. So if one person keeps repeating themselves in response to your critique, you know they're in defensive mode. If you start saying the same thing because they're not getting it through their head, you're in an argument, you're in defensive mode. So what can you do instead? The first thing you need to do is start off with what you liked. And this is where you have to play the game, because I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, what if I didn't like any of it? What if I didn't see any value in any of the ideas? Well, play the game. Always start with some form of agreement, something you liked, something you found interesting, something that was innovative. Start with agreement. That is going to open the person up. But if you really can't find anything to agree with, you can try this. Repeat back what they said to you. Explain what they just explained to you to them. This is going to make them feel like you listened and you heard. So even if we can't find agreement, you can't accuse me of not listening and of not understanding. And once that's done, then you can give your actual constructive feedback. And here's how. You have to be very particular with the words you use, because it actually really matters. People anchor onto the exact little words you use. And if you've ever been in an argument, you'll notice this, because they'll repeat back something you said and you'll think like, oh God, why did you anchor onto the word? Get what I'm trying to say. So the exact words you use are very important. So let me give you a couple of phrases for giving better feedback. Here's something that I think could make it even better. Have you ever considered, I really like that idea. What if we also use these phrases to introduce your constructive feedback, because it doesn't have a confrontational approach, and because you've already started with agreement or with repetition, it'll make the person much more open to hearing what you have to say. And then, and this is a big one, here's the game changer, this is how you end. With one more very specific thing that you liked or they did well. See, most people end feedback by saying, oh, but it was really good. Oh, but it was great. That is lip service. It's not only a waste of your time, it's not what the person wants. So always end with a very specific little thing. And by the way, I really love that one slide where you blank. I love the color that you use. I liked when you actually look down and then look back up for a minute. I really like that stat there. That was very powerful. End with something specific. So what have you done? You've made the person open to feedback by telling them things you liked about what they said or what they did, or at the very least repeating what they said and what they did so they know you listened, you heard them. Then you gave them feedback in a way that makes them consider what you're saying, because you say, have you considered this? What if we did this? And finally, you leave them with a positive feeling that's going to make them much more open to acting on your feedback by giving them something else specific that they did that you like. And if you do this, dear viewer, here's what will happen. People will actually start listening and acting on the things you say. And if that's not a superpower, I don't know what is. So try it out and let me know what happens in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.